So, Matt,
Yes, Sydney.
you've answered a few questions now in all our episodes of My Singing Monsters Live.
Oh yeah, more than a few. You know, it's something that I pride myself on, my ability to be a font of knowledge for anyone who has questions for me. You know, it's just something that I enjoy doing. And you know, it's episode number 7 today. It's my lucky number, so I'm feeling good.
So, if you're feeling good, I was wondering, how'd you feel about answering a few questions for me?
For you?
For me.
Yeah, I suppose that's
just a couple.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, hit me up.
So, my first question is actually, what was the thinking behind putting Epic Yool in the Book of Monsters a week in advance?
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Preposterous. What a silly notion.
Uh-huh. And why was Epic Yool made of black boxes?
Boxes. I don't know what you're talking about. Boxes, black boxes. I don't know.
You don't have to do this, Matt. Epic Yool's already out.
Don't show them that. No. Bill.
Yes, it's working.
Okay,
Bill.
Bill.
Excuse us, Bill. Like, I know you're trying to help.
Thank you for your contributions, Bill, so far, but I think we can take it from here.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
your
you very
help.
much. Okay, bye. Bill says
Bill.
goodbye.
Yeah, thanks for the wave.
Everyone.
That's nice. Yeah.
Thanks for bearing with us, everyone, as we worked through some quick audio technical difficulties there. But if you're just joining now, or if you've stuck through us throughout this exciting couple of minutes, welcome to episode 7 of My Singing Monsters Live. I was just saying earlier during our opening bit, which perhaps was entirely muted and didn't have any sound attached to it, that 7 is my lucky number, but perhaps not the luckiest number when it comes to audio issues. But thanks to the wizardry behind the scenes of
Eric is behind the camera
Monster
today.
Handler Eric, who's operating the camera today, we were able to get everything back on track, ready to go, and then everything is good. All is well in the monster world. So what a relief. And for those of you in the chat who suspected that Bill was involved, you know, Bill is a well-intentioned person. Generally speaking,
Bill does Bill's best.
And Bill, I think, sometimes thinks that Bill is good at everything, and not necessarily always the case. But you know, as I mentioned, very well intentioned, trying to help configure the camera and the microphone to make sure that everything was okay.
No one can say that Bill doesn't try Bill's best.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good old Bill.
So,
Hashtag Bill did nothing wrong.
So, what are we talking about today?
Well, we've got lots of exciting stuff to talk about today. Obviously, one of the big things on everybody's mind is the appearance of the first ever epic seasonal, Epic Yool, which was released into the wild just hours ago.
Yes.
So that's very exciting. We also have today lots of other exciting things going on. It's the wrap-up of our Yaytide greeting card contest.
So thank you to everyone who's been sending in your amazing designs for our Yaytide greeting card contest, hashtag #YayCardContest.
Woo!
We got dozens of awesome designs from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we're so impressed. All the monster handlers in the office actually got to take a look at the finalists and all got to help decide who won. So thank you so much for your submissions.
So that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Yes.
For our Monster Piece segment, we're going to be looking at several of our favorite submissions and explaining what we love about them. And there will be an announcement, of course, later in the stream of the winner of that contest. So you tune in here to My Singing Monsters Live.
And would you like to say what the grand prize winner will be getting?
So we kept this deliberately under wraps because we wanted everything to sort of line up well, and we think that it did. The winner of the Yaytide greeting card contest is going to be your very own Epic Yool. So that's very exciting. So the tension is building. It's very exciting stuff. Monster Handler Eric is wrapped up in some wires behind the camera. But wish him well because he's doing his best to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So something that we do here on My Singing Monsters Live every week is our subscriber giveaway. That's how we open the program these days now that we've got a Twitch partnership, which is very exciting.
Thanks for helping us get there.
Yes, we couldn't have done it without you. So, with no further ado, I'm excited to announce that the subscriber winner today of episode 7 of My Sing Monsters Live is Mopsy Doo. So congratulations.
So as you know, all of our subscribers can get entered in the subscriber giveaway every stream, regardless of if they're watching or not. That's one of the perks of being a subscriber to My Sing Monsters Live. So consider subscribing. Of course, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Twitch Prime subscription. So you might want to consider using that on Big Blue Bubble TV.
And the subscriber winner, Mopsy Doo, is going to be receiving a gingerbread bluff and a Cold Man Colloquy.
Yes, 2 of our Yay decorations.
That's right, as your prizes today. So congratulations. Let us know if you're tuned in today, Mopsy Doo, where you plan on putting these new decorations that you will be bequeathed for the Yaytide season. And so what else have we got going on today?
Well, later in the stream, we have a general giveaway that'll be going to someone watching the stream today.
Course.
And that lucky winner will be getting an Epic Yool as well.
Holy camole.
So that's great. And beyond that, we'll be trying to do a little My Singing Monster style Pictionary for our activity.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and just talking a little bit about Epic Yool.
Now, do you want to explain to everybody how to enter the contest for the giveaway today?
So, as we've done in past streams, to enter the giveaway, which we opened at the start of the stream, all you have to do is type !raffle in the chat. So I'm sure people will be starting to do that already. So just !raffle in the chat. And
that's RAFFLE.
Yes, and that'll enter you to win the giveaway.
So not spelled like a pummel. Pummel is EL.
Why would it ever be spelled like
I'm
a
just
pummel?
double checking, English language is an exciting time. So, the Epic Yool, the Yoolibration of this momentous occasion, this great event. I'm very excited because, as many of the users of My Singing Monsters and many of the members of the community had correctly theorized, epics not confined to natural monsters, we now have confirmation that it also extends to seasonals as well. So that's very exciting. And the first seasonal to have come out on the scene is Epic Yool. Now, the interesting thing about Epic Yool is we've discovered that it is something of a mastermind. It is something of the behind the scenes, the brains of the operation of everything to do with the Festival of Yay.
Making lists, checking them thrice, making sure everything is going perfectly for every Yay, because there's a lot of presents that need to get delivered every Yay. A lot that needs to be overlooked. So Epic Yool is definitely the brains of the operation.
And if Common and Rare Yool are the sort of the face of the operation, they're the ones who are sort of doing the footwork, making sure that all the presents get delivered. The hoofwork, very good. Because all 3 of the Yools, all 3 varieties have hooves, albeit, I believe, now, I'm trying to remember, do Common Yool and Rare Yool have the same color hoof? I believe that they do.
I couldn't tell you.
But we know for a fact that Epic Yools have that sort of glacial blue quality to them.
A very icy look to Epic Yool for sure.
You can see it's visible in the eyes of the Epic Yool as well. Lots of new elements to this new Epic seasonal monster. I also particularly like the braided beard.
Yes, with the lovely bow in an effort to sort of cutify the look.
This is sort of a bone of contention for me personally, because on previous streams, my beard has come into question as to how thick and how impressive it is, and so I'm a little jealous of Epic Yool, to be honest with you, that it's able to pull off such an amazing sort of braided situation there.
It is a lovely facial hair look.
So I mean, if Epic Yool, can just sort of not flaunt it so much, I'd appreciate that, but.
If you got it, flaunt it.
I guess so, and Epic Yool has been behind the scenes for so long that it's finally got its moment in the sunshine, or perhaps the moonshine of Cold Island.
Well,
the glow of the moon.
Speaking of sort of the night and having a sort of icy look, if you check our Instagram today, you'll see Epic Yool starring in a certain parody of a certain TV show.
Oh.
So you might want to go check that. It gave me a laugh. I think it's pretty funny.
And perhaps gave some insight as to the design inspiration behind certain aspects of Epic Yool when the Monster Handlers were first designing Epic Yool in the first place. So that's a great Yoolibration. Now,
There's something else new about the look of Epic Yool, though, of course.
Yes, absolutely, and this was first revealed when it appeared all of a sudden in the Book of Monsters.
First as a bit of a blocky figure.
Yes, sort of a cubic or otherwise rectangular
Minecraftian
creature. That's right, and that soon sort of conformed down to its shape. To its, I was going to say natural shape, but of course it's seasonal shape. Yes, it's got a brand new animation, which is very exciting.
Yes.
And so that's something that we're premiering with Epic Seasonals. Did I pluralize that? So
what could that mean?
in the future, you'll be able to see even more creativity that we're applying here, the Monster Handlers, to re-envision some of these classic parts that have been around for several years now. So we're trying to put a fresh spin on them with the release of the Epic Seasonals.
Exactly.
So look forward to that in 2019 and beyond, when there's lots of exciting things to discuss in the future. The one final thing about Epic Yool that I'm interested in learning a little bit more about is we know that common and rare Yool get around by means of their personal comets.
Right.
Does Epic Yool follow suit with that? If so, what color is its comet? Why have we never seen it in the Monster World sky? Or could it be that there's something even more special about this epic monster? I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah, perhaps we'll find out when it takes its final leave at the end of the Festival of Yay.
That's right. So the Epic Yool is going to be remaining available to buy or breed through the end of the seasonal event of Festival of Yay. So you've got a couple of weeks, or a little less than 2 weeks, to sort of try and get your hands on an Epic Yool and add it to your Cold Island collection. And then, of course, it can be placed upon reaching level 15 on Gold Island as well. So make sure that you keep at it. And I've noticed as well that several very helpful members of the community have also been sharing in the chat of this particular stream some insights, some tips and tricks about how to get your hands on Epic Yool itself. So keep an eye out for that as well, and that might just help you on your path to adding this exceptional epic monster to your collection.
Right. So without further ado, shall we get into some questions?
Yes, I would love that.
So make sure to send us questions in the chat. We've got Monster Handler Karen. Say hi, Karen, in the chat. She'll be taking your questions and sending them our way so that we can answer them. And we also have some questions from Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Excellent. You've noticed that I've augmented my normal Monster Handler hat today with this Santa hat that I'm hoping that will be helping me with relationship to any seasonal related questions that we might have today.
And today we're answering a variety of questions.
A
not
mixed
just
bag.
seasonal.
A mixed bag.
So this one is actually very relevant to what you were just talking about.
Okay.
Big Shrub asks, so how does Yool comet? Where does he come from? I could use more seasonal lore.
I love the use of comet as a verb. How does Yool comet? This is one of the enduring mysteries of the Yool, because obviously if you or I were to climb into a comet, I don't think that we would survive for very long. It's unclear whether or not the comet is a separate thing that the Yool is able to sort of summon out of the sky and sort of hop into a protective casing around it, whether or not the Yool can spontaneously sort of generate a comet around it and take off. We sort of don't know. Those are still some sort of things. It always seems to happen when we're not looking.
And it happens so fast. The
That's right. It's sort
so
of like
quick.
it's there and then gone again. So how does Yool comet? We're not exactly sure, other than we've sort of narrowed it down to a couple of possibilities that it could be, but we're not exactly sure.
Further research required.
Mm-hmm.
Desi Do asks, what would happen if you said snowman instead of cold man to a monster?
A point that we've made several times before. It's very important to call it a cold man in the monster world, not
and a cold
snowman.
Globe, not a snow globe.
That's right, because the element is not snow. It is, in fact, the element of cold in my singing monsters. You know, if you were to say snowman to a singing monster, I don't think that they would get offended. I think they'd be sort of confused. I think they'd sort of, put two and two together, extrapolate your meaning, and say, "Do you mean a cold man? Like what we make out of snow?
I think
a cold man?
I think a monster would think that you just sound very silly.
Right, or that perhaps it's a dialectical variation. And wherever you're from, you just say something a little differently, and the meaning is still sort of there, but it's a little different. So I think that a monster would be able to understand you. There'd be some mutual intelligibility there. But for the most part, they'd sort of look at you and go, "You're not from around these parts, are you?"
And they'd be right.
They'd know. That's
Yeah.
right.
Larry Mantic asks, what is a Wallipog? I heard that Timpa raises them, and I'm curious as to what they are.
Ah, an exceptional deep cut with respect to the lore of the Wublins. When the Wublins were being released for the first time, when in installments of 5, there were little factoids, little pieces of trivia that we put out online in quickly rotating GIFs, and you'd have to stop the GIF or GIF. GIF or GIF? I don't know. Sue me. I say GIF, even though I think officially it's GIF. All right.
Let's move on.
So you had to stop this quickly rotating image and learn something new about the Wublins. So one of the factoids that we learned about Timpa is that it loves to raise free-range Wallipogs in its spare time.
Yes.
So because we know that Wublins are for the most part confined to Wublin Island because of the electrical storm system that surrounds Wublin Island, it can only be presumed that Wallipogs are some sort of creature that is a byproduct of the creation of Wublin Island itself. Perhaps Wubox, in addition to creating the Wublins itself, was experimenting with creating some unique critters on Wublin Island
I wonder if, speaking of critters, it could somehow be related to the little firefly-like critters
those yellow glow, yes.
that inhabit Wublin Island. I'm not sure.
It's entirely possible. We do know that Wallipogs inhabit Wublin Island, but just, Timpa, sort of keeps to itself for the most part. Not the most extroverted of monsters.
Likes to keep its hobby to itself.
Exactly. It's something that it doesn't know that whether the other Wublins are necessarily interested in learning about. So, it's sort of private about this Wallipog rearing that it does. But perhaps we'll learn in the future. But for the most part, it's just sort of a private thing that Timpa does right now, and we don't know the exact appearance of a Wallipog. But as Monster Handler Sydney theorized, they might have something to do with the firefly-like creatures that inhabit Wublin Island as well.
Very good. So I think you're going to be very excited about this next question.
Okay. I'm always excited about all the questions, but I'm very excited that you've preempted this one.
Stack of Wublins asks, which monster do you think could be quite similar to Venom, the symbiote?
Oh.
Yes. Venom, of course, from the
Marvel lore.
Universe,
That's
and
right.
comics, of course.
Yes.
It's actually pronounced symbiote.
This is a point of big contention, I think, among Venom fans. Right? There's symbiote.
That's not the question that's being asked here. Let's move on.
So this symbiotic being. Obviously, we've spoken in the past that several monsters share symbiotic relationships with each other, but to be honest with you, just the very nature of the sort of gooey quality of that creature, I'm tempted to say that it's most like, at least in form, the Nebulob.
An interesting choice.
The green sort of goopy quality that Nebulob is when it's not existing inside of its mechanical exosuit.
That's a response I wouldn't have thought of right away, but I think it's very fitting.
The only other one that I can think of as well is possibly Ghast. From a sort of troublemaker standpoint, we know that Venom is up to no good sometimes, and then it's the classic anti-hero sort of mentality, right? And Ghast is, it can be a little bit of a trickster at times.
Mysterious
So there's a little bit of a
monster.
personality meld there with Ghast as well. So notably, both ethereals. I think ethereals lend themselves well to the sort of Venom aesthetic.
Dogs223 asks, do monster handlers turn into monsters when they go into the monster world, as evidenced by the monster icons that we use here on the show?
Very good question. The monster icons that we use in the show, so far as I know, are sort of our monster-fied self-portraits.
An avatar.
Yes, that we've created for ourselves. I can confirm that that humans preserve their human appearance when they enter the monster world.
Yes.
But we thought it would be cool to portray ourselves in these monster-fied forms. So it's not that we turn into monsters when we go and visit the world of My Singing Monsters in the Monster World, but just sort of like a customized little image that we created for each of ourselves to represent ourselves.
And let me take this moment as we talk about our monster-fied selves. I think it would be a lovely Christmas present for Monster Handler Michael, who's not here today, to have some monster pieces done featuring Monster Handler Michael's monster. He really loves seeing all of the amazing fan art that you guys do. We all love that. So I think that would be a really nice Christmas present for Michael.
A last-minute Christmas present
Yes.
for Monster Handler Michael.
And you can send us any fan art, any monster pieces that you create on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram using hashtag MyStreamingMonsters.
It's that simple.
Yeah, so send us fan art of Michael.
That's right. That's really what we're going for here. That's what we'd like to see. That's what we'd like to hear. All right, what's next?
Okay. Similar to that, Sombrero Cucumber asks, how do you get into the monster world?
Well, if we revealed that detail, then just about anybody would be able to go there and we'd be out of a job. So that's a tight-lipped, closely held secret.
And I think it's important to preserve the monster world. We don't want too many people coming in all at once.
Yeah, we don't want any urban development. We don't want people setting up a hotel.
Peaceful. We want to keep it nice and peaceful.
Other than the hotel structure that's already there, of course.
Yes, those are.
And those are for monsters.
Welcome. Yes.
Yes, not for people.
I think the monsters want to keep their world sort of to themselves to an extent. They don't mind visitors, but I think we want to let them have their peace and quiet.
So it's a secret.
Exactly.
Huh.
Hazelnut Volcano, who is the viewer who made the wonderful map, the ever-evolving map.
Hello.
So Hazelnut Volcano asks, in the first game, My Sea Monsters, when the eerie remains decoration and the Fossilosaurus decoration are placed together at full size, they look like they create a very seamless skeleton. Was that planned, or was it merely a coincidence?
Merely a coincidence. I believe at least one of those decorations is revealed to be a fiberglass model, and so therefore not actually the remains of any creature. So
it's inorganic.
So it's inorganic, that's right. It's just an art project. It's just one of the monsters' art projects.
Well, we've been duped.
Well, you know what, though? There are lots of, over the years, I've seen very creative, very clever positioning of decorations on users' islands to have certain decorations line up and complement each other in very interesting ways. One of the exciting things that I've seen done is putting a particular color of decoration behind a Wubbox so that the sort of heart orb that rotates around its chest looks like it's colored a different way.
Oh, that's an interesting
So there's all sorts of different configurations of decorations that you can do to make them look like they're interacting. So that's a testament to the creativity of the community. But so far as I know, the Fossilosaurus and the eerie remains are not two parts of the same whole, so far as I know.
Got it. Now, this next question, very sweet, very romantic question from Flummy Flumox. She asks, do monsters fall in love?
You know, I think monsters experience the emotion of love differently than humans. In the sense that to be a singing monster is to want to be, for the most part of a group, part of an ensemble.
An orchestra.
Exactly. If you're forming a band, or if you're in music at school, it's the idea of getting together and creating something bigger than yourselves.
Even introverted monsters like Timpa that we were talking about is still part of the Woblin Island collective.
That's right, and like to interact with other monsters and, reach out to them. The Shire members say, come on. We encourage your song to be included as part of the great musical monster piece, the monster melody. So to an extent, I think all monsters have a default affinity to love one another because of what they can accomplish together. It's all about teamwork and it's all about harmony in the monster world. Do they fall in love? I don't know if we can really use that expression faithfully when talking about the relationships between monsters in the monster world, but there's a lot of positive feeling. There's a lot of
friendship, surely.
Yeah, happy sentiment and support for each other.
And certainly a desire to be together.
That's right, to hang out, and they revel in their differences.
Schmoochel, of course, a good example of two monsters a monster that is two that just want to be one.
That's right.
Yeah.
No one knows for sure what the exact mechanics of that are, but positivity and good sentiment are really building blocks of the monster world.
Of course. Strimes Tweets 49 asks, who invented the time machine and how did they make it work?
So time works a little differently in each dimension of reality in the multiverse. And in the world of My Singing Monsters, obviously we have the passage of time. We know that the Dawn of Fire was long ago, and that My Singing Monsters takes place during the current day of My Singing of the monster world. But the time machine is unusual because instead of actually warping the space-time continuum or being able to travel to different points in history, it instead warps the tempo of a given island, which you can save to be either very sped up or very slowed down. With respect to who created the time machine, it certainly looks like the handiwork of a being who is skilled with mechanical sorts of things, technology, invention, that sort of thing. However, there's a number of monsters who have expressed an interest in invention
Of course.
and in tinkering with things, so we can't narrow it down to any one monster. It's entirely possible as well that in helping to create the monster worlds, it's also the handiwork of potentially one of the Colossals. So
An interesting
I'm
thought.
not entirely sure. And the second part of the question was, how does it work?
Yes.
It works. You can see the sort of center dial of the time machine depicts a clock with a spiral in it. So I think that the way the time machine works is by not imagining time as a long linear line, a time line, but rather a time swirl.
Huh.
And I think that that's sort of the fundamental science, if you can call it that. Perhaps more so like magic that powers the time machine.
Very cool. We have some questions that were asked live during the chat today.
Oh.
So this one's relevant to what we were just talking about. Wither of Earth asks, why do the eerie remains look like Stog?
Do they? Could they be any rib cage of any monster? That I don't know. And I also don't know if the eerie remains are even
Remains at all.
of a monster.
Yeah.
It could be other kinds of remains. The monster world has been a destination for multiple beings from various dimensions of the multiverse throughout history. So it's entirely possible that it's not monster remains, that it is in fact just something else, or they just have always been that way. Remember that the logic of the human world doesn't always apply to the monster world. It's sort of a zany, topsy-turvy sort of place with its own set of rules.
Of
So
course.
I don't think that the eerie remains are a Stog that met an untimely end. That would be very upsetting.
Yes,
Because
I don't think
Stog
that's
is
the
one of my
case.
favorites.
And I
A very
think-
cute monster.
And I think with further examination, you could tell that they're not. There may be a little
Just some
similar,
similarity.
but surely not the same.
I hope so. Let's hope so. Perhaps we'll never know for sure.
Wow, what a sad thought.
And let's move on from this
All right.
sadness.
Crazy Minigun Bear asks, how did
Minigun
the
Bear.
monsters first react to humans? Going back to visiting the monster world.
Yes. So the interesting thing about when the current generation of monster handlers made contact with the monster world, there was sort of a air of deja vu, of familiarity among some of the monsters. They were like, oh, more of you.
More of this.
That's right, more of this. And what the full implications of that are unknown. It could be that they had other visitors in the past, specifically one notable monster handler from the past, possibly made a pilgrimage, an expedition to the monster world, and made first contact with
I
the
think
monsters.
we can all make an educated guess
As to who that
as to
is.
Who that might be.
But let us know in the chat if you know who we're talking about.
Yes.
This one very famous monster handler of yore. So, in terms of how monsters reacted when we started to interact with them, it was like oh yeah, hello. Pretty casual, more casual than you'd expect if they were seeing humans for the first time.
So perhaps our group was not the first.
That's right.
Interesting. Very interesting. Next up, ZTWQ0 asks, does a maw have a top row of teeth?
Yes, only really visible are the bottom row. Sometimes monster anatomy can shift. sometimes it can move around. Maw, specifically, because its fur acts as a sensory organ and it has a liquid interior. There's all sorts of exciting things going on in the anatomy of a maw.
Truly bizarre biology.
And it's been theorized that the maw, because it's a rather simplistic organism in the first place, can actually migrate different parts of its body around in order to get around. So whether or not the maw species truly has a top set of teeth or not, or whether or not some teeth have actually just hopped to the top is sort of unclear. You know, if you've ever had a nightmare about your teeth falling out, this is not an experience that a maw has because it's got migratory teeth.
It's kind
Perhaps.
of an upsetting feeling to imagine.
Yes, but to a maw, it's just every day. It's just common practice.
All right, next up, this is an interesting one. Charlotte the Wublin Handler asks, what would happen if the electrical storm around Wublin Island were to disappear?
If that storm were to dissipate, I assume that there'd be increased contact
Of course.
with the rest of the monster world.
As we've said before, the Wublins might not be fully aware of the crash of Starhenge becoming Celestial Island because the electrical storm around them is so dense.
And there's still a lot left that the Wublins need to learn about the rest of the monster world because they were brought into being in such a unique way.
Yes, and because they were so isolated.
So I think that if the storm were to go away, it's possible that there would be expeditions out and to Wublin Island. We don't know how far apart it is necessarily precisely from any of the other islands. We don't know how long that journey would take. But I assume that they would, in the spirit of exploration, want to reach out and learn more about the world around them. Many Wublins are known for their curiosity.
Yeah, they're a very interesting species of monsters.
Yes, a very interesting group of monsters,
Yes.
for sure.
Do you think one or two more questions and maybe some trivia?
That sounds great.
Sounds good. Course Kids asks, what's your favorite seasonal?
Blabbit.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
I think I'm a big fan of Hula.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Hula is very cute.
She's peppy.
I like Blabbit because the idea of grasping with one's ears I find very silly, and I enjoy it a lot.
All right, and then let's make our last question about the wonderful Bill, who made who made an appearance earlier.
Bill.
With the best of intentions.
That's right.
Is Bill considered a monster handler?
You know, Bill has enjoyed many titles in the past and seems to be constantly moving Bill's career around. Has a lot of doors open in terms of career prospects. So it wouldn't surprise me if Bill considered Bill a monster handler. You know, Bill's always just trying to help out. So I think the title of honorary monster handler would fit very comfortably with Bill. I just don't know if Bill has gone through all of the training prerequisite in order to fully own that title in the same way that you or I or Eric or Karen have earned.
Perhaps not ready to come on some Monster World expeditions quite yet.
That's right, and you know, I don't know if Bill would necessarily be that comfortable there. I don't know if that would be Bill's jam.
Who's to say?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some trivia questions.
Thank you for sanitizing the name of this section because I know that it usually enjoys another title among the community.
Stumped.
Stumped. All right.
Send us your trivia questions in the chat if you have any. To Stump Monster Handler Matt. Please make sure that you include the answer with your question so that we have it all together to ask Matt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll kick it off with a pretty easy one today because your track record as of late has not been so hard.
Excuse me.
So Strimes the Tweed 49. Their question is, which monster were you alongside while you were explaining the cover contest?
Well, it wasn't a mammoth. And it wasn't Pom Pom.
Are you going to do this for every monster?
It was Furcorn.
Final answer?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes!
It was indeed Furcorn.
Yes!
Winner again, y'all.
Excellent, excellent. Very exciting. Ooh.
Okay, next
All right,
up.
I'm on a roll, I feel. I feel like this is
Jaden,
good.
2367260 asks, who plays on Cold Island for the full song? Which monster? Bit of a tougher one. And I did say Cloud Island, not cold.
Cloud?
Cloud, yes.
Cloud.
I might have
I heard
misspoke.
cold.
Yes, I mean cloud.
Cloud for the
Cloud
whole
Island,
song?
Yes.
Is it a percussive monster?
Oh, no hints. No hints.
Yes,
at all.
a hint. Please, a hint.
It may
It may
indeed,
be a
yes,
percussive
be a
monster.
percussive monster.
I'm gonna say.
You're lowering your credibility here the more hints you get.
Oh, okay. Does Ziggurat go on Cloud Island?
I smell a stump in the near
Oh
future.
no. Cloud Island.
Time's ticking.
Okay. I'm just going to guess Ziggurat.
Stumped.
Stumped.
Deeply, deeply stumped. Do you have a second guess?
No.
No? It's Shelby.
Shelby.
Shelby. One of my favorite monsters.
Yes,
Great sounding monster.
indeed. Shelby, huh? As a drummer myself, this is most distressing news that I got that one incorrect. Okay, let's see if I can redeem myself for the next question.
Okay. Now, the person who sent in this question has the name that you are best at pronouncing, meaning I am a ma or...
Oh, apenas un bocara.
Yes. They have sent in the question, how many monsters are in My Singing Monsters Composer?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Okay, so 30 natural monsters,
And an assortment.
7 dipsters,
Mm-hmm.
so up to 37, and I know that the split among the natural monsters, whether they be vocal or whether they be instrumental, is fairly even. So I'm going to say 37 plus 17. I'm going to say 54.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
47.
47?
Stumped.
Stumped.
How did
Hashtag stumped.
How did I get... In My Singing Monsters Composer?
I'm not here to explain
I demand a
to you-
recount.
I'm not here to explain to you why you're wrong.
I believe all 30 natural monsters are there. There's the dipsters, and then a collection of instrumental rares.
Take it up with Appendix Number
Okay, we'll follow up with that. I'm very interested in the math of this particular question.
All right, now for some questions that are a bit numerical.
Okay.
D. Bon Appetit asks, how many teeth make up the baby Ludwig's piano? So they're, of course, referring to Revive the Ludwig on Celestial Island. How many teeth make up its piano?
Wait.
I'll give you a hint in that you know it's symmetrical.
Yes. I'm going to say 18.
18?
Yeah. No.
That's
no.
a lot.
No. No. Okay. 12.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Are you done just throwing
Yes.
out random numbers?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at this point.
It's 10.
10.
Stumped again. Completely stumped. You're not doing so
Perhaps it's only the one row, right? See, I had 5 and 5. In my mind I was confusing it with Deej.
good. Yeah, excuses.
Okay, so what have I got here? One
In my
of 4.
mind, I was stumped.
All right.
Yes, I believe
final
you're 1
final
for 4.
redemption possibility for question 5 here.
All right.
Okay. Can't believe you're killing me here.
Okay. This is one that I believe is being added live. Chris Well or something asks, which monsters are Party Island exclusive?
Oh, these Dawn of Fire questions are killing me.
Party Island exclusive. How well do you
T-Rox.
know?
I assume this means that it's an adult monster that only appears on Party Island.
I believe that is what
That
they're getting
that
at,
makes
yes.
sense.
Would you like me to confirm or deny as you go?
No, I'd like you to give me a total number.
Okay. Oh, you want a total? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
There are 6 Party Island exclusives that this
Okay.
user has sent in.
Okay, so T-Rox, Chorister, Edamame.
Yes or no? It's your
Okay,
list.
all right. T-Rox, Chorister, Scups, Edamame, Maw, And
You can get this. I have faith. I don't think you're going to get stumped on this one. Come on.
am I doing well so far?
I'll say you're doing quite well.
Oh, great.
Come on. It's the difference between stump or
I'm
unstumped.
thinking, I'm only missing one.
You're missing one.
Oh my gosh, the pressure's on me even more so than before. Okay, so to review: T-Rox, Chorister, Scups, Edamame,
Yeah.
Maw, and
Tell us in the chat if you know who he's missing.
ooh. I'm just thinking. Just trying to think of other monsters that have come out since Party Island was revealed. I don't think I can do it, Sydney. I don't think I can do it.
You're really going to accept stump feet?
You can't give me 5 out of 6 and give this. That would be rounded up to 1. That would be a 2 out of 5.
I'll give it a passing
0.5?
grade.
How about a 0.5? I don't mind a 1.5 out of 5. This last one's gonna kill me. I just know it.
Would you like me to reveal? I'll let Eric decide if this is a stumped or a winner, Gagnon.
Oh, Eric.
So the last one that you were missing is shrub. Yeah. So come on.
Well,
very
I'm
close. Good job on the other ones.
Okay, I'm confident that I never would have gotten shrub, but I knew about the other ones.
So you feel good about the fact that you had no idea, huh?
Did I say that out loud?
Shrugged.
No,
Eric has dropped
That's
the
a new.
stump hammer.
That's a new one. Oh man. Okay, so 1 out of 5 I got. Realistically, if we're counting that last one as a true stumpage.
We'll give you one more.
Okay.
As Eric said, he just wants to see you win.
Sudden death.
So this one should be a softball.
All right. Gotta drink this
Jaden
water from the living
1847 asks, what were the seasonals in order?
What were the seasonals in order?
Yes.
That they were released?
I think it is in the order of their holidays. Of their seasonal events.
Yes, okay. So, Punkleton, Yule, Schmoochel, Blabbit, Hula.
Music to my ears. Winner, Gagnon.
That one I knew.
Very good.
That one I knew, because I've been here since the beginning.
Well,
but apparently
thanks,
that's
Jaden,
not always helpful.
For pitying him. I think it was actually Karen who was hoping that you would get this one right. She just wants to see him win.
Thank you, Karen.
Yes.
How supportive.
All right.
Is it time now to
move on to our activity?
Yes.
Perhaps?
Sure.
I think so.
Okay.
So for our activity today, let's move in our equipment.
All right, sounds good.
For our activity today, we are going to be attempting to draw some suggestions that have been written by the other monster handlers. So we have not seen these. And we are going to be attempting to draw these suggestions with our eyes closed.
Oh, no.
Yes. And I believe they're seasonally themed. Is that right, Eric?
That is correct.
Great. So it looks like we can see correctly. We've got some markers back here.
Okay, great. You've got them.
Here you go.
Thank you very much. And how are we managing this eyes closed scenario?
I think it'll be honor system.
The honor system?
Yes.
Generally, you lower your eyelids so that you can no longer see.
Technique.
Thank you for that technique explanation.
The more
there,
you know.
Monster Handler Eric.
Am I dipping in here?
Yep.
Okay. I'll set this here. Dipping in the official
Popcorn.
suggestion.
There's not popcorn in there.
Oh, okay. These are. Okay. This is
And
not
I
what
assume
expected.
that I'm the one who's guessing.
Yes. So you will be guessing. I will be drawing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are we doing a timer for this, or are we just going until you guess?
I think we should try and do. Is that in all the way? Okay. Yeah, I think we should try and do a timer. So I will quickly get that ready.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. I'm not sure if this one's gonna be a winner.
Oh,
see.
sure.
We'll see.
Sure, it will. All right.
How long have we got on the timer?
I have 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Is
Sounds
that
good.
too much, or should you be able to get this done in 30 seconds?
We can do a minute.
All right,
We can
minute.
do a
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Close your eyes. there's a yay tree, and here we have a figure that is excitedly saying "Hooray!" and they're saying "Yay! Yippee yay!" with a yay tree.
Yippee yay.
That's it?
Yes. Oh, look at that. What's this?
That's pretty good.
This is a spider
I'm
person.
actually quite impressed.
Thanks for the
And that was
thank
and that
you.
was less than
Thank
30
you.
seconds. So
Excellent.
So
All
well
right.
done. All right. Do we have a wipe?
Yes, we do.
apparatus?
I will wipe this while you
All right.
do your next. Well, I'm happy that one was guessed so easily.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So was
to be
it?
fair, these weren't written with 1 minute in mind. So.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's all good. Well, we'll be able to make this work. All right, you're in charge of the, what do you call it?
Okay.
The timer. And now it's up to me to...
Get your eyes closed.
Yeah, all right.
I'm watching.
Are we ready?
Ready,
Okay.
set, go. Ooh, okay. It's a slithery kind of shape. What is this curve? What is it? Okay. There's some sort of monster with antennae in here, maybe? Is it a flower? Is it a ghast? It's a ghast with some orbs. Okay. It's ghast-like. It's this.
Where's the eraser? I need
Here.
to start again.
Oh no. Is this allowed? Oh.
It might be
Oh no.
necessary.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm starting again.
Okay. So we've got a curvy shape. Okay. Love. Oh, is it the unity tree?
Aha! And then here we have a...
Okay. We've got a unity tree with some sort of... Is that a head attached? I think you've got to give me more to work with here.
how am I doing for time? Am I out?
You
I
have
must be out.
you have 10 seconds left.
Okay.
And you're done.
Okay. I'm not quite
Okay,
good at this.
I'm fascinated.
Okay.
So break it down. I see the unity tree going
Right, so
down.
you got
there.
the unity tree going
Uh-huh.
on, but what I was given was a glowl in a unity tree. So
And how is this a glowl?
So I'll show you. Here we have the
I see
the
some tail
ears.
feathers.
Here we have the ears.
Okay.
Here we have the beak. Here are the two wings,
The beak,
which are
huh?
overlaid, unfortunately, over the body.
Tragic.
And then here are the wing tips.
I don't think any glowl would want to be represented in this way.
Well, okay. Shall we try one more?
For each of us?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good. Could I please have the eraser
I'm
that
gonna
you got?
recommend doing
You
it
may.
without your eyes closed because some of them are complicated. And might
Okay.
be fun.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just a speed round necessarily. Okay, so because of
We
my
need a,
because
a
of my
handcuff.
failings, we're gonna lower the bar here a little bit.
Okay.
That I'm very okay with. All right, so ready for the next.
All right. I'm drawing the faithful phrase. Oh, it's a long one.
All right, are you ready?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
3, 2, 1, begin. We have here a half pipe. Is it young Furnos on a roller, on a skateboard? No, it's a gingerbread man. No, it's... I don't know what. Okay, it's Pango snowboarding in a half pipe.
You got it. You nailed it. Word for word.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Yes, it is nice to have your eyes open for these, I have to
Okay.
say.
And,
Now,
and-
Eric, was it you or Michael who came up with these suggestions?
It was a combination.
A
That
combination.
one specifically was Michael, his love for Pango.
Oh, do I ever?
Okay, very easy.
Michael and Pango sitting in a unity tree.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
S-I-N-G-I-N-G. Yes. Wait, are we doing countdown?
I think so.
Okay.
As quickly
So.
as we can. All right, so are you ready?
And go. Okay, we've got a cana, for sure. Yeah, I know it's a cana. Let's move past the
right.
details. Come on. You got a minute. Fire. Uh-huh. Cana roasting marshmallows by fire.
Yay! Yes,
Very
very good.
18 seconds.
Okay,
All
not
right,
bad.
guys, at this pace, I think you can squeeze in a
A couple
All
more.
right, let's
Keep with your eyes open.
let's
I think
Yeah,
keep it
sounds
going.
good. Sounds
Let's
good.
keep it going.
Yeah, we're not artistically inclined enough to do this with our eyes closed. We learned that pretty quickly.
Or spatially adept.
there's some pretty tricky ones mixed in there.
All right. Okay. Ooh, this is a very funny one. Okay, I think the chat will enjoy this one. I think you guys are going to get a real kick out of it.
All right.
How am I going to do this?
All right. 3, 2, 1. Begin. We have here Yule.
Yes. And I don't really remember what this part looks like.
Yule and Furnos.
Yes. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting.
Hanging 10 at a rock concert, saying, "What up? Rock on."
Along those lines.
So Furnos is saying, "Rock on, my friend Yule."
Okay, now let's get creative here.
Okay. Furnos is a punk, and Yule is saying, "Yule, Furnos is a punk. Furnos, you're a punk. Furnos is a punk. Yule. Yule is not a punk.
Oh, you're so close.
Furnos is a punk. Yule is very nice.
Would you say that they're doing the same thing?
Furnos is a punk. Yule is a punk.
Yes.
Interesting.
Thank
Who could ever
Punk
say
Yule
that
and
Yule?
Punk Furnos.
I see.
We were on the
I mean,
edge.
if you remember his vocals from the punk cover of Cold Island.
They are both.
His leather vest.
I encourage you to go check that out on our YouTube channel, the Punk cover.
A classic. Okay.
Very.
Perhaps one more. One more
Sounds
from
good
me.
to me.
All right. Oh.
Let us know if you think we should do more drawing activities like this in the future. And let us know in the chat.
Or if we're thoroughly embarrassing ourselves, let us know as well. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Okay. Some sort of spiky. Okay, Yule. Epic Yool. Epic Yool. Epic Yool. Yeah, okay. Epic Yool Snowman. Epic Yool Cold Man.
Very good.
Okay,
An
great.
Epic Yool Cold Man.
Very good.
All right. Well,
Thank you,
congratulations to us. I feel like we got the hang of that towards the end.
Yes.
Especially
we've
once
gotten
we
to
sort
our-
of switched around the requirements, the rules, if you will.
We got into our rhythm.
That's right.
Okay.
Just wheel that back out.
The mystery away. Whew. Artistic skills tested.
Confirmed.
Well, that growl wasn't exactly a Mona
Hey, you know
Lisa.
what? I was working
A
with,
monster
with
Lisa.
my eyes closed, so I was doing my absolute
You
best under
know,
the circumstances.
You know what I think would be a very interesting kind of monster piece to see from our fans, our players, is monster versions of classic paintings. We've seen a Mona Lisa before,
Yes, we have.
and I'd love to see more monster-fied versions of classic paintings.
Indeed.
Hashtag my streaming
We also have
monsters.
the creation of Poke as well.
Yes.
Yes,
Reaching out.
the contact with Webbox there.
Yeah.
All right, so without much further ado, I think it's time now to review some of our favorite submissions for the Yaytide greeting card contest.
Yes.
Right here on My Singing Monsters Live, they're going to be, with the help of Monster Handler Eric, shown on the screen, and we're going to be able to share some of our thoughts about how much we love these submissions with leading up to the reveal of who, in fact, won the Yaytide greeting card contest.
Announced here first. And thank you again to everyone who sent in your designs. These are not all of the designs because we received so many that we couldn't possibly show them all. But rest assured that we looked at every single design and we were super impressed. They were great.
And perhaps we'll be able at some point to create an album of submissions or put them somewhere online
Yeah, wouldn't
at
that
some
be
point.
nice? Let us know if you want to see all the submissions on Facebook or something like that.
That would be great. Okay, so
Let's go.
let's take a look. We're ready. We're so ready. There it
we go.
is.
Okay, so we've got a Fire Haven card here. I thought this one was very funny. I was the one who was grabbing all of these off of social media and putting them in a folder for everyone to check out. And when I saw this one, I thought, very creative. I think this was the only Fire Haven card that we received.
Flugel looks very nonplussed. I think that's very funny. What's Flugel carrying there? I'm trying to see.
I believe it's a fire extinguisher.
It's a fire
Oh,
extinguisher.
thank goodness someone has safety.
Who'd have thought that a fire hybrid monster would ever want to make use of a fire extinguisher? But clearly,
Being courteous for the non-fire monsters.
that's
that are
right. And
on
Kana
Fire
clearly
Haven.
has done a boo-boo here.
Yes.
Something's out of control. And the expression on Repetillo also very funny.
Very funny.
Great job, Aiden00903620.
Thanks for entering the contest. Okay, this next one here is from DudeCraft4. Okay.
Very cute.
I love the colors in the background. Oh, I love the globe in the Santa hat.
Yes, that is very cute.
Globes may be a little underappreciated during the Festival of Yay, but they like to celebrate too.
And of course, feel very much at home with the other colored lights that are part of any standard Yay decoration. Very cute Yools as well here. There's both a common and a rare depicted here.
Very
well
nice.
done, DudeCraft4.
This next one is from Ethereal Chi.
And depicts a holiday hearth surrounded by several monsters.
Very sweet. I'm especially fond of the Tweedle flying up at Yay tree height. Very sweet.
I like Furcorn in the bottom corner as well. Looks like he's sort of hankering for some Christmas cookies, or some Yay cookies, as the case may be.
Aren't we all? I also like the coloring as well. All right. Our next one is by I Know Soulful, I believe. Featuring Magpie.
Merry Yay. And a nice hat that Magpie has donned there as well as a very well-decorated Yay tree.
Very nice.
Well
yes.
done.
Magpie, of course, a native wordo to Cold Island.
Indeed.
Logan Peters, a subscriber here on Twitch. Thanks for sending this in. Have a very merry Yay and a happy new year, it says. I love the epic mom
that is lurking in the background.
Yes.
I also love the attention to detail here that we can see the Deej is in fact legless.
Yes.
Yes.
A question
As part of the monster anatomy, it just sort of ends down there.
A question on many people's mind. Next up, Louis MSM Funds sends us this card that's written in monstrous.
So how's your Monster in the City? Can you decipher this message?
All right. On the bottom, I know it says the Festival of Yay.
Yes, very good.
In the middle, I believe it says Yule.
I think that says Yule Cares.
Yule Cares.
With y'all.
Yes, I was wondering if that was y'all, and I see
think
the
it
little
is.
apostrophe.
I see the apostrophe, so it's Yule Cares with y'all.
Y'all.
That's nice.
Who knew?
And then how about the top? How you doing?
Come celebrate with us.
Very good.
Come celebrate with us. Yule Cares with y'all, the Festival of Yay.
Lots of great example of very fine calligraphy work here of singing monsters. Well done,
Very well done.
Louis MSM Funds.
Next up is MSM Pango Lover with a very Ma-centric.
Deck the maws with boughs of jolly. Happy Yaytide.
I guess
and then,
it diverges
and
from
then,
the song.
and then, that's how you wanted it.
Yes,
huh?
that's
Okay.
well. We all interpret things differently. I think this one was from Instagram, so love this one. I like how it gives you space for the from and the to.
Yes, Happy Yaytide. Beautiful card. Like
Next-
the little hat there too.
Next up by Mysterious Onion.
Happy holidays.
Nice and simple, showing all the cold monsters hanging out. And is that Grumpire? No, I think that's Rare Yule hiding in the cave there.
Yes, but you can see Grumpire and Gast on the horizon of a distant snowy hill.
The ethereal's hanging out.
Yes.
All right. Very cute. Thanks for sending that in. Next up is from Prince Ike Total, also frequents the chat.
Ah.
So this one says, hope your Festival of Yay is of cosmic proportions.
Very
a celestial
clever.
reference. Happy
Very
holidays. Love this one. I know this one was getting a lot of love on Twitter. Very cute renditions of all of the celestials.
Who's your favorite?
Possibly Tort in its hat at the top of the
Oh,
scene. Very sweet.
cute. I
The
really
Cold
like
Man,
I really
Syncopite's
like
also
yes I
cute.
really like the Syncopite Cold Man. I think that might be
Very
my favorite.
nice.
And also Ludwig enjoying making a snowball that it is crafted. A cold ball? No, snowball.
Snowball.
Because it's made out of snow.
And a reminder that the winners of the contest are being saved to the end. So if you haven't seen your submission yet, you could be lucky. Who knows? So this one by Smitty Jonah says Merry Yay with a bunch of the ethereals. I like the lights all around Humbug. Very cute.
Mm-hmm. And the scarf that Gast winking is wearing.
Very festive.
And Grumpire as well. Looks like it's holding a small cup.
All bundled up and warm. Very cute.
A mug of cocoa.
This one's by Strime Tweets 49, also frequents Twitter here. And Strime's actually pointed out that Pango is wearing skates in this one because in a previous stream, Michael said that if he could gift Pango something for the Festival of Yay, it would be skates.
Isn't that cute?
Very cute.
Very well done. Yippee-yay to all, and to all a good night. What a great sentiment
Very
expressed
sweet.
there.
This next one is by TCC261. Have a warm and wonderful Christmas with a bunch of the Firehaven monsters. Very nice.
I don't know how enthused Flower is to be involved. Someone seems to have adorned its frill of leaves with snow. Sort of has a...
I love its beard, though.
Yes, sort of a
And is Flower ever enthused?
Santa vibe.
I love how excited Flugel is in its nice sweater as
And
well.
Stog looks a little, looks like Flower is perhaps yanking on Stog's tail.
Oh my goodness.
A prank.
Now, I wonder if those are actually the Dawn outfits, because the Dawn of Fire outfits, because Flugel's wearing its sweater from Dawn of Fire on the continent. So this one is by Trashcraft Payer, and it says, the holidays roll by so fast these days, especially during the season of Yay. So spill out all the joy and cheer to celebrate this great time of year. Very good rhyme.
And Bellowfish tumbling down a mountainside, and it looks like it has
Gifts coming
substituted
out.
its crystal that powers its suit
Yes.
with a present instead,
Very cute idea.
because presents can be very powerful.
Absolutely. The power of giving.
That's right.
Next up is a card by Draper Plush. And it says, Happy Holidays, with a very exciting flower. And I love the little
mug.
mug he's got.
Yes, and the heat coming off of the warm drink that is inside the mug. Very cute.
Looks very cozy.
This, you were saying earlier, is Flower ever enthused? I think this Flower is enthused.
Yeah, Flower
I
looks
think that's
pretty
a happy.
pleased.
That's a happy Flower.
Definitely. Next up by Big Shrub, someone who frequents the chat, and I believe previously won a giveaway here. It says, Yippee yay, it's the days of Yay.
And a big pile of diamonds.
Don't we all want that big pile of diamonds?
Yes, and very nice.
The riches of Yay.
Lovely.
Next up by Nicola, this was submitted on Facebook. It says, on the cover, it says Merry Yay, and then on the inside, it says, Have a Merry Yay and Happy Monstering, with a little tweedle on there. Very cute.
I love the hearth. I love all the monsters gathered around to enjoy the warmth of the fireplace.
Perhaps
Very
inspired
cute.
by our Twitter and Facebook cover photos,
Mm-hmm.
which features a heart this year.
Next up is a submission from Tessa, and we have here, Merry Yay and hope your Yay is epic.
Epic.
With a depiction of Epic Furcorn, Epic Maw, and Epic Potbelly, who are enjoying the warmth of a fire themselves. So thank you very much, Tessa, for this very creative entry and very clever
They're cute.
wordplay as well
Yes,
with
I
your
love.
messaging.
I love all the epic wordplay.
Mm.
I know some users like to just reply to everything we have by saying that's epic, and you know
Which
what?
is now
I don't mind,
oftentimes accurate and nice to say.
because we have so many epic things coming up.
That's right.
All right, next up by Jackal B1654492. Now
We
this
are
person,
entering the winners.
yes. So this person is one of our runner-ups. So we have 2 runners-up, and then 3rd place, second. Well, I guess it's 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, and our grand prize winner. And so our grand prize winner will be winning an Epic Yool. Our 2 runners-up will be winning rare Yools, and then our 4th and 5th place will be getting honorable mentions, maybe a gift in the mailbox as well.
Mm.
And Matt, you'll also be delivering something to the mailboxes.
That's right. I loved the entries that were submitted for this Yaytide greeting card contest so much that in the spirit of generosity of the Festival of Yay, I'm going to be sprinkling a few extra rewards among the users who submitted.
A handful of our participants this
That's right.
year.
If you submitted an entry to the contest but did not include your BBB ID or your friend code for whatever reason, let us know. It might not go amiss to make sure that
You
information
might want to send it in.
is included, because Monster Handler Matt sometime early next week is going to be doing a little bit of gift sprinkling himself.
Yes.
All
So
right.
one of our top here, love that on the inside it has sort of a glowl that expands to say, stay warm. Very cute.
I like Rare Furcorn poking over the shoulder
Yes.
of Yool on the cover.
I know Monster Handler Karen was a big fan of this one. Love the glowl.
Exceptionally cute.
Yes. Okay, now in 4th place by Gargoyle Bleon is a very elaborate card. So on the front, would you like to read what it says?
Sure. It says, "Sleigh bells ring, my monsters sing, and today I say, Merry Yay," on the inside, with Yool's outstretched arms preparing
Popping
for a
out.
big seasonal hug.
Yes. And then on the back?
It's yay already? I'm flabbergasted. I feel like Monster Handler Eric appreciates the pun work here, especially since he himself is Lord of the Puns here on
Very
My
big
Singing
pun
Monsters
guy.
Live.
Yes. And also appreciate that papercraft toe jammer. So
Yes.
This was much beloved.
This card comes with a gift as well.
Yes. So now, the next one by Isaac. This is our, is it second runner-up? So this person will be
believe so.
receiving a rare Yool, I believe.
Look at all the monsters that are depicted in great detail interacting here on this card. Well done, Isaac. We have from the monsters, "We wish you a merry yay. We wish you a merry yay yay. We wish you a merry yay yay and a happy new yay." Lots of yay. Lots of yay
Yay.
substitutions here in the classic song.
So,
Happy monstering.
Thank you so much, Isaac.
Excellently
This was
well
submitted
done.
on
I
Facebook.
love all the custom costumes that have been drawn. Look at that socks down there
That rebro.
at the bottom. A
Very
lot of
sweet.
creativity went in to this card. I like the little hat that you can see on. I think that's Humbug there, who's chatting with Rootatoot and Sponge, and Brump up there at the top as well, sporting a knitted toque. Absolutely phenomenal.
Very
Excellent creativity. Well done, Isaac.
Next up by Alyssa Dickles is our first runner-up, and this features us, the Monster Handlers,
Yes.
including you, me, and Monster Handler Eric, and Monster Handler Karen.
So everybody who's involved in
today's show.
in today's episode.
Yeah, Eric behind the camera, Karen on the chat, and then Matt and I on camera here.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Eric, in this image, you look particularly zen. You look
Yes.
particularly relaxed. I'd think that that's consistent with your real life demeanor. A pretty chill dude. A pretty chill dude. And I appear to be grasping the spirit of winter itself. That snowflake right between my
The
claws.
spirit of cold.
Up there. That's top.
Very nice.
Yes.
And without further ado, our grand prize winner, who I believe might still be in the chat today.
Yay! Congratulations to Askier.
Who's to say?
We don't know
But
how to pronounce your name.
congratulations.
Let us know how to pronounce your name if you're still around in the chat.
This one is, of course, an homage to the Story of Sprinkles, a video that we released on YouTube last year that you can go check out, featuring the story of friendship between Pango and Rare Yool.
Yes.
And it's just beautifully drawn. I think Pango especially looks really great here. So the Monster Handlers were super impressed, and Askier will be receiving an Epic Yool.
Isn't that lovely? I like the background here that's depicted as they're gliding down the hillside of Cold Island.
It is. It's
as
lovely.
well. I also like the unique artistic sort of style on Pango, because it's
Yes.
obviously recognizably Pango, but looks a little different as well. They've done a great job of making sure that they've done their own creative spin on these two characters,
I
and we just
agree.
think that these are absolutely fantastic.
They look wonderful. So thank
So
you
well
so much
done.
for sending this in, and you can look forward to an Epic Yool. Everyone who was a grand prize winner or one of our two runner-ups, that's Alyssa Dickles and Isaac, you can whisper message us your friend code, and we'll be sending your prizes.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Oh, what a great episode. So, there's a couple of things that we want to talk about today, just before we get into the giveaway for today's...
Yes, before we announce our winner.
So there's a couple of reminders that we want to give to the community. We're announcing for the first time that this, well, not for the first time, if you've been paying attention to our Twitch channel, you'll know, but in the coming week, we'll have two opportunities for you to join us and see us streaming. On December the 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Monster Handlers are going to be getting together after Christmas and after everybody has had time to spend time with their loved ones and with their family, and we're going to be playing some video games, some other
Yes.
video games right here on Big Blue Bubble Twitch. So we're going to be creating a poll.
Right after the stream, we'll have a poll going out on Twitter.
That's right, in which you can vote for which games you'd like to see played during our stream next week on December the 27th. We have, of course, as well, our next episode of My Singing Monsters Live that's also taking place on December 28th at the regularly scheduled time, I think, of 5 p.m. unless...
On December 28th.
No,
it's
that
actually
one's
going to be
also at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so important distinction. Both of those episodes or both of those broadcasts are going to be taking place at 2 p.m. this coming week on the 27th and the 28th as well. So as Sydney mentioned, we're going to be putting up a poll
very
about
shortly.
that. We wanted to mention as well, just to make sure that everybody was in the loop about what's going on. This is, for many of us, one of our last days in the office. Many of the monster handlers are taking a well-deserved break after creating so much amazing content in My Singing Monsters throughout the year of 2018. So if you have any support requests, please make sure that you exercise some patience, as we will be moving a little more slowly over the next couple of weeks. But of course, all of your issues will be addressed, and we'll make sure that all of any issues that you might be having will be addressed. And the other thing, because of the fact that many of us are going to be on vacation and not around the studio, Big Blue Bubble, at this time, there will be no Celestial coming out at the end of this month. The last Celestial of 2018 was, in fact, Furnos, that came out at the end of November. But we'll be picking right back up in the new year of 2019 with the remaining Celestials coming out during their regularly scheduled time. But we just wanted to sort of set the expectation now, because many of the monster handlers are going to be going on vacation, and we're a little nervous about releasing new content when there's no one here to sort of troubleshoot or make sure that everything is okay, that's the way that it's going to be.
We really just want to make sure that every new monster we release is up to our standards.
That's right.
So that's why we want to wait a little bit until everyone who needs to be at the studio is at the studio and all the monster handlers are on deck.
That's right. And we also had the surprise of Epic Yool coming out.
Yes, we've had 2 epics
today.
Recently. So
that's right, two epics
Epic
this month. And we also had 2 Celestials in the month of November as well. We had Plixie right at the beginning and Furnos at the end. So we hope that'll tide you over. We were doing a lot of double duty there right at the end of the year. So we just wanted to let you know about that so that you could be prepared for that in the coming weeks. And so are we very close to looking and seeing who our giveaway winner is for today?
Eric will be drawing our winner today.
How exciting.
Okay, so our winner has been chosen. And
it is? Sydney would like to do the honors?
It is Ninja Michael 1000.
Congratulations!
You just won an Epic Yool.
Isn't that exciting? The latest monster to be released in My Singing Monsters, a highly valuable monster as well.
Highly coveted monster. So please whisper message us on Twitch, and we will be delivering all of the gifts we've talked about today next week. Because of course, monster handlers don't work on weekends.
That's right. We need a break as well.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of My Singing Monsters.
Thank you for your patience.
Live. Yes, as we figured out the audio issues there at the beginning. So before we end today, I thought, Monster and the Sydney, I'd serenade you with a little Yay song that I'd come up with myself. I was hoping that maybe earlier in the episode I'd have a chance to sing it, but I'll sing it now, and I'm going to try and do this from memory.
And I do believe someone asked if what songs do the monsters sing during Yay? Like
That's
our
right.
Christmas
So
carols.
so you know the Christmas songs, but there's also the Yay song. So you might the tune of this one might sound familiar. So here we go. I might be moving slowly as I remember the lyrics. Here we go. Saggle nuts roasted by the element of fire, Epic Yool with its carrot nose, Yaytide songs being sung by a chorister, and earmuffs warming some pangos. Everybody knows a turkey and Epic Ma's mistletoe help to make the seasonal event bright. Dipster tots and their shiny friends globes will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Yule is on its way, etc., etc. But I just wanted to do that little composition for you. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope that you all enjoyed it. And without much further ado, I think that's the end of our episode. So,
I think that is.
Happy Monster!